Hello there, my name is Davis and welcome back to the Real Valladolid Career Mode Challenge series. We are kicking things off straight away this episode. The Europa League game, our second of the season against Olympiacos, under the lights, Thursday night in front of the old fans. And it's a bit of a crunch match. Both us and Olympiacos won our first games of the opening games of the Europa League season. And the winner would go top of Group F here, and we were hoping to make sure that would be us with a strong performance. Blistering start to our Europa League campaign, 4 or 5-0 in the last episode, kicking things off very nicely, and I was hoping to follow on very strongly from that in this episode. And we kick things off, 18 minutes on the clock, nice little interchange, ball roll, finds the space, and who else but Regen buries it past the keeper, near post, top left-hand bins. He scores them for fun. And 20 minutes on the clock, and we are putting ourselves into a very nice situation. A little bit of a different start to this episode. Post-recorded commentary over the highlights, just trying to get through the games of this season a lot quicker as FIFA 21 draws closer. But as we kick off from the 1-0, just 10 minutes later, ball comes in, dealt with well by our defence, and the counter-attack is on. Like the purple arrows, we blister forward. Renier, like all that pace, he wasn't the fastest at the start, but that cool, calm, collected finish that we've become accustomed to shows why he is our new R9. And the cheeky celebration to finish with, we find ourselves comfortably 2-0 up in the first 30 minutes of this game, and pretty much done and dusted. Another angle on that goal, lovely little ball roll, makes the angle for himself and slots it past the keeper. And yeah, that was how it was finished. We run the clock down, quiet game more or less after the first. For the last 60 minutes of it. As the cross gets cleared out, the referee calls for time, and that's a 2-0 victory. We go top of Group F and takes us nicely into the next couple of league games against Espanyol and Celta Vigo. But that is enough from me. Enjoy the highlights. I'll see you after the Celta Vigo game. Okay, so a couple of decent results actually in the league. Sees us move back up into 5th place. Can't show it yet, it'll take too long to go through the menus. But that is how FIFA is. But we have got a massive game once again into the Europa League. Another Thursday night game. And a massive, massive chance for us to more or less guarantee our place in the in the knockout rounds, more or less. A win here away to Guimarães against the Portuguese team more or less guarantees us through. We need 1 point from our next 3 games, is it? Maybe. Assuming, yeah, we need more or less 1 point if we win. We need 4 points to qualify, basically. And I think we have got a massive chance here. Vitoria, they won last time out against Konyaspor. So they've definitely got something about them, which we have to be a little bit more careful. But I am going to play a slightly weakened team this time out. Hello, game. Yeah, thank you. Gonna give players a little bit of rest. James Rodriguez, he's gonna make way. Oriana is gonna start in that cam spot. So a Colombian for Colombian switch, players at different points in their career. And I'm hoping Oriana can make a decent impact there in the cam role. I'm also going to give Renier a rest. Actually, Jonathan David a rest. He's been banging them in the league. He hasn't done it as much in the Europa League. And kind of the opposite for Renier. He hasn't really been doing it in the league, but he's been banging them in as per usual in the Europa League for us. Other changes elsewhere. Nkunku stays on. Sumari's going to make way for Ampadu today. Costa's going to start over Upamecano. And I think that's how I want to keep it. Still got Morientes in the club, but that weak stuff, it just puts me off so much. It's so bad, but otherwise his stats are so good for a 17-year-old. Disappointing about the weak foot. But yeah, that's how we line up. Very attacking, especially with this front three attacking midfielders mostly. Front 5, especially with attacking fullbacks as well. Hoping for some goals today. Rainy weather. We've become accustomed to it. Considering we're in Spain, fair enough, we're away, but Portugal is close enough to Spain. It rains a goddamn lot. Maybe it's because I'm Welsh and the game translates that into real-time weather. But I'm a fan of that kit. There's a cool little design on there. No idea about any of their players, what they can do or how they can hurt us. But I'm hoping to play our game, and we'll come away with something here. The ball is nicked very early. That's a great ball. And it's 1-0 already. Oh, that's fantastic stuff. Bratberg on his full debut? Question mark maybe? Gets a goal. It's a good finish as well. It's drifting just slightly away from him on the right foot. And I couldn't find out to change player shirt numbers. And I'm actually quite annoyed about that. He's still number 10, whereas I want James to be number 10. But our Zlatan Regen is on the goals again. Nice little interchange. Oh, Jesus, what a strike that is. Some good football from Vitoria. And they are level. That's hell of a strike. Fair play. Pepe. Bang. Top bins. Keeper's not saving that one. And we've got a game on our hands, lads. Good tackle, and Kanku again. He is omnipresent in the midfield. For a centre attacking mid, or considered centre attacking mid, his defensive stats are very, very strong. He's a very good box-to-box player. He's started to get in amongst the goals. He was a prime reason we scored our goal first off. As they continue to attack, his good save keeper gets done well and goes out for a corner. But yeah, I think he scored earlier in this episode. In our 1-0 win over Espanyol, I want to say. Very, very nice worked goal. Little one-touch passes round on the edge of the box. And Nkanku arrives late and finishes her off. Just on the back foot a little bit, hoping to spring a counter-attack. Renier, lovely touch around the defender, shows the strength, and bang, that's what he does. That is what he does. What a player. Look at that strength. Holds off the defender for about 30 yards and just absolutely pile drivers it past the keeper. That's a great finish. And his goal tally just keeps on getting higher and higher and higher, edging closer to his to the club record. Lovely little reverse ball. It's a great little pass. Tavares finds himself acres of room, back stick. Oh, Rihanna just can't get to there. Ball stays slightly alive through Ampadu. Attack snuffed out, and that is half time. 2-1, decent half. They scored a screamer. We scored two very good, a very good goal by Undefined there. Can't fault him. Top player, Undefined. And yeah, away from home, will not complain with that one bit. Victoria can really turn you on when they start get going. Play some lovely football, but we've snuffed it out. Chance to counter. It's a great ball. Lovely little 1-2. Renier, can he make it 2? Oh, that's a great save. Looking for his double, but he puts it too close to the keeper. Maybe the full power shot was on rather than the finesse. We go for a corner though, and Kanku whips it in. Near post. Bratberg on the edge of the box. No, nothing doing. Tavares keeps her alive. Oh, looks to hit the byline and is clear, dealt with by the Victoria defence. Time for some substitutions. Game's gone a little bit stale, and I'm a bit worried that maybe they could start and maybe get like a nick a goal. Renier gonna make way, doesn't get his chance for a double today. Rodriguez is gonna come on as well, and Sumari for Nkanku, just to like solid, make the midfield a little bit more solid. It's a lovely bit of skill from Bratberg, and he makes it 2 for the day. Oh, we've got a little gem on our hands, I think. Does the little Umtiti celebration, and that is very nice from the youngster. Little step out, little ball roll, takes it away from the defenders onto his left foot. I don't even know if he is left footed, but it's a lovely little finish into the bottom left on corner from the Swede Ludwig Bratberg. 2 goals on the day. Very strong full debut from him, and he could look for his got 10 minutes to look for a hat-trick. Jonathan David, he's fed Bratberg. Oh, he stepped back inside. The shot was maybe there, but he tried to be cheeky with there and trying to open up that space, but don't think it's going to happen for young Bratberg today. The weight will have to go on for the hat-trick, but a 3-1 victory is nothing to scoff at, and that is us, I would say, more than guaranteed a place in the knockout stages. Very, very happy with that. Considering the goal they scored knocked us back a little bit. First touch, bang, lovely goal. But Renier, the second goal is just class. The strength to just hold off the defender, pulling him back, and then the ability to just blast it past the keeper, across the keeper. And that is us done. On to the next one. I assume probably in the league. And continue our charge there. Okay, chance for a little bit of rotation here. We do have a nice semi-easy game against Eibar, who are last but one in the league, have only got 1 point from their first 8 games. And we are going for a risk, it's always risky, but a simulation match. Couple of changes. Morrison comes on for Diego Carlos. Takes the captain's armband off him. Alcaraz makes a start over Kubo. Slightly less pace in that midfield from that. Abba starts left back over Tavares, just giving him a run out, and the rest is unchanged, full strength otherwise. So yeah, if we, I'm going to be pretty upset if we drop points against these, especially because we've made ourselves back into 6th place, chance to go level on points with Barca and Atletico Madrid. It remains Real Sociedad and Sevilla in 1st and 2nd. They are flying at the moment. For a chance to close the gap on them. Fingers crossed. We can pull out. We got a strong bench as well, and we managed to do it. A 2-0 victory. Alcaraz gets a goal, as well as Jonathan David, who's banging them in the league. I think he's definitely not top goal scorer, but he's definitely up there. Yeah, 4th, joint 2nd basically with Isaac and N Nezri. And yeah, on to the Levante game. Literally 2 days after. Check the schedule quickly. We've got a run of easy games, to be honest. Levante is probably the hardest of those. Quickly check where Levante are in the league. I could sim all 3, to be honest, and get straight into the next Europa League game. And I think I am. Tenerife 16th, Levante 17th. This is a big opportunity for us to get some games out of the way. We are away to Levante, and Costa has informed me that he would like some game time, so we'll give him that. Alcaraz happy with the game time he's getting. I can't remember if was there any more. No other things there. So we'll get into this game. A couple of changes. I'm actually going to give Morientes a debut over James Rodriguez. Bratberg's going to drop to the bench. That's the reserves. Kubo's going to make another start, this time in place of Nkanku. Would I dare? No, I don't dare. Diego Carlos, going to swap the back 2 again, just keep the legs fresh. And I think that's how we're going to line up. I think I'm happy with that. Youngster starting in the middle. Hopefully he can do well for us, even with that 1-star weak foot. I'm happy to let him play the sim matches, but not use him myself, because I think that would be awful. And hopefully, where are we in the league? We can hop up to Real Madrid, is it? Atletico Madrid, Sociedad and Sevilla yet to play. If Sociedad lose, we go level on points with them. And yeah, a chance to basically just keep up with those around us. Fingers crossed. Levante have got a decent team, and it's a 1-0 win. Yes, boys. Renier just on half time, gets the crucial goal. Pretty boring game otherwise, and we continue our charge, flying through the season, which is very, very nice to see. I'm actually going to change Oriana. 97 ball control he's reached now, which is incredible, but we are going to stop that. We're going to give him some shooting, some speed shooting if I can find it. Because I just want to keep getting him a little bit more faster, and his dribbling so good now. It's time to start increasing his shooting, really. Make him a proper centre attack in mid, right wing, right mid, right forward even. And he is going to be some player, along with Bratberg there. It's very, you've seen the goals he scored against Vitoria with 59 finishing. I mean, imagine when he gets even better. It's going to be quite something. But Martin Costa, he's another youngster who's come through the ranks from the youth squad. Hopefully he can continue his progress despite the signing 2 world-class centre-backs. Squad report, we have only got 1 player in the youth squad. Tito Cufuentes, our youngster keeper. As soon as he comes into the full squad, he won't get much game time. We could probably actually keep him for a backup keeper for now. I don't know if I actually have a backup keeper. Which I don't, so yeah, I would be interested to see him, see what he's like. But he's probably a little bit too good to be a backup keeper. His potential is way too good. But we currently have our is it Valderrama? No, Valderrama is the I don't know, the Colombian keeper who done the scorpion kick anyway. Our regen, shall we say, of him. Not actually a regen, but a couple of changes. Morientes gonna make way for James again. Ampadu is gonna actually start over Sumare. Kubo is gonna come back in for Alcaraz. Tavares gonna come back in for Abba. And Upamecano or Diego Carlos. We'll keep her as is, I think. Costa playing well. We'll bring Upamecano back in for the Europa League game, and get straight into this home game against Tenerife, promoted newly this season. Hopefully we can shrug these aside and get a nice little win again. Hopefully get Renier some goals. He's starting to fall a little bit behind despite getting a goal last time out from Jonathan David, who's leading our goals this season. In the league anyway. And there it is, boys. There it is. You just knew it was going to happen. 3 on the bounce, 3 sims on the bounce, just too good to be true. And we take a loss against Tenerife, who were just outside the bottom 3. And unfortunately, we might have just slipped away from the leading pack. Hopefully we're within an arm's reach of them still, but might be too much to ask. Let's take a look. Yep, dropped down to 7th. I mean, 4th place, 1 point behind Real Madrid in 4th. But 4 points behind 3rd and 2nd. And miles away, 6 points behind Real Sociedad, who are absolutely romping home in the league. That so far, only 11 games gone, obviously. Plenty of time yet, but it's a little bit disheartening losing on simulation games like that, but it's the risk you are taking when doing it. Quickly change up the do the training. Look at those stats on Renier. I think maybe I'll have to change that up next time, but unbelievable stats already. He's only 83 rated as well, and he's got those kind of stats. I'll probably look at a new training regime for him as we get into a rematch against Vitoria. Hopefully this will see us. Let's take a look. With 2 games left after this one, we take a draw. Even if we took a draw, we'd be 6 points. So, yeah. I mean, our goal difference is good enough that we could draw and be 6 points clear of Vitoria. They'd need to win their last 2, and we'd need to lose our last 2. But a win here, and we are into the knockout stages. Hopefully, repeat of the last game we played. And I'm not going to do live full commentary. This will be just highlights once again as we power through, probably up until the Real Madrid game. Probably for the we'll end the episode just before that, and hopefully we'll be well and truly back into the league race by then. But yeah, stop waffling on, Mac. Let's get into the highlights for the next few games. And that is where we're going to end it for this episode. Nice 4 wins on the bounce, following that a pretty shitty loss against Tenerife on the simulation. We solidified our place in the Europa League knockout finals, knockout places. Yeah, we'll go with that. After successfully beating Vitoria and Konyaspor 1-0, a couple of late goals. A late goal against Vitoria salvaged that for us, and an early goal again. The Swedish youngster, the Zlatan Regen, coming up with the goods again in the Europa League. Starting to have a little eye on him. We'll definitely be making a couple of more appearances. He's just so quick, and he's given me something to think about. Alongside during the league, we managed to nick a late win against Bilbao, turning that game around 1-0 down. 2 goals in 2 minutes, including a goal from a forgotten relic of the past, Steven Plaza. We haven't seen very much of him at all since the first season, when of course he was a top goal scorer. But he was the hero on the day, popping up last couple of minutes and scoring, taking his one chance that he had, and we won that 2-1 at home. And then we simulated the Granada game, massive 6-0 win. I think Nkanku getting a hat-trick from midfield, which is fantastic to see. Morientes, the youngster with the 1-star weak foot, also getting on the goals. But unfortunately we did lose Diego Carlos for 2 weeks, which means he does miss the Real Madrid match and the Atletico Madrid match, maybe even the Olympiacos match, which is more of a it's not the most important of matches, to be honest. I think our goal difference is clear, and we should be fine to go through in Group F, top of Group F. He should be back well before the Valencia game. But yeah, absolutely flew through the games this episode. We managed to get through 2 months nearly, which is fantastic. Almost back into the January transfer window. Probably one more episode, get through the December month, and then we'll be straight back into the window halfway through the season. But yeah, that's it from me. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed, leave a like. If you've not enjoyed, leave a dislike. It helps me regardless. Lets me know what I'm doing right and wrong. If you want to stay up to date with the rest of the series, anything else I do on the channel, you can subscribe. That helps me massively. Spurs me on, little boost when I see an extra subscriber. If you think I could do anything better, leave a comment down. Let me know if you have any ideas of your own with the career mode, who to sign for the upcoming January transfer window, anything like that. And that is that. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Davis. Good night.